session. The only change is Senator Kirshen and myself kind of traded places, but I moved him over to the far right side on my side. And so we will have introductions. We will not introduce committee members. We all are the same as previously, but I thought when we have staff in here, it's good for us to be reminded of what the staff does, who they are. So we will start with the committee assistant. Just a brief little bit of information regarding the committee assistant that I think is interesting to most individuals. When I was a chair on the House side, I had a committee assistant, and it's the same person who I have now. She was my assistant while I was chair, and then when I was put in a different position called no position, the chair that took my place had representative at that time, J.R. Clays, took my place, and he had our committee assistant as his committee assistant. Then when I came over to the Senate about 6 or 7 years later, I didn't know, that was during COVID, who are we going to have for office assistants? And so I show up, and lo and behold, it's the committee assistant that I had had on the House side, and my office mate is Senator J.R. Clays. So Senator Clays and myself have had the privilege of having Patty Mills as our committee assistant, and then office assistant, and now back to committee assistant. So I just thought that it was kind of interesting to me how that all played out, because you're always uncomfortable when you get to the Capitol, your first year of a new term. Okay, who's going to be the office assistant? Well, it's great when you walk in and it's someone that you know and have experience with, and she does a great job as a committee assistant and as an office assistant. But now, having said that, I'm going to allow you to introduce yourself, and if you would turn the mic on, please. And we'll have just all the introductions. We'll just go around the table here with our staff. Just tell who you are, what you do.
Hi, I'm Patty Mills, and this is my 13th year up here.
Good morning, committee, Mr. Chairman. I'm Elena Rutter with the Kansas Legislative Research Department. I will be staffing this committee for the 4th session, I think. And us at Legislative Research can help you with any research requests you have, and we will also write subnotes for any bills that you work and pass out of committee.
Thanks. Good morning, committee. I'm Heather O'Hara with Legislative Research, backing up my friend Elena here. I do staff House Water at 9 o'clock on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I will be up and out of here on those days. This is my 18th session.
Good morning, I'm Noah Fortunato. I am the audio and visual technician, and this is my first session.
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, I am Amelia Kovar Donahue, and I'm an assistant revisor, and this is my 6th session.
Excuse me, I'm Tamara Lawrence with the Revisor of Statutes Office. So if you have any bill requests or amendment requests, I am the person you need.
Thank you, staff. I appreciate you introducing yourself. Committee, I will just draw your attention to, is with your folder, the Senate Agriculture and Natural Resources Committee rules for 2024. They're pretty standard, pretty basic, as what you will see in most committees. I will draw your attention to number 9. Number 9 is something that I will be expecting you to do. It's not a rule, because you will see committee members are expected to address conferees by their title, and that is something that I learned from another state. Years ago, I was reading an article written by a chairman from another state. In their state, they are required to address conferees by their title, rather than, for example, our first bill request will be from Mr. Evan Kreidler, but no, not yet, or Gavin. But when you address him, you don't address him as Gavin. You address him as Mr. Kreidler. So I just thought I would point that out. I know it's something that will take some adjustment for some of us, and the chair will probably gently just remind you, if you do call someone by their first name, that it's to be something different. I know I called our revisor yesterday, and when she answered the phone, I said, Revisor Lawrence, and there was a silence like, I think you got the wrong number. But I thought that I would start practicing that. So I just thought that I would mention that. To me, it shows a little more respect and helps to keep proper decorum in a committee. That's the only thing that's really a change in the rules. So you can read through those. If you have questions of the rules at any time, make the chair aware, ask questions, and we can visit about the rules. Next item on the agenda is we do have requests for bill introductions, and now, Mr. Kreidler, the opportunity for you.
Is that better?
If I could get you to go through that again, just because there may be someone watching online.
Understand, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, my name is Gavin Kreidler, appearing before you today representing Fuel True Energy and Convenience. We seek the introduction of 24 RS 2211, which regards the underground storage tank program and its permit renewal process.
Committee, we have requests for bill introduction. Without objection, the bill will be introduced. Is there objection? Seeing none, the bill will be introduced. And we do ask that if someone requests a bill introduction, they do have an RS for us and for the staff. I know of no other bill introductions today. And as far as tomorrow, committee, the only thing on the agenda is bill introductions. If no one says anything to me between now and session, I will just mention during session that tomorrow's meeting will be canceled, because if we don't have any reason to meet, I'm not going to be having meetings just for the fun of having meetings. But if we do have something to meet about, we will. It is my hope and plan that the bill that was just introduced, we will have a hearing on next week. And so we will get more organized as far as sending out emails for you regarding committee meetings, but I will not be one of those chairs that announces on the floor unless there is a change. I expect all of you to look at the calendar and read the calendar and know when committee meetings will and will not happen. Are there questions or anything for the good of the committee before we adjourn? Vice Chairman Reichman, Senator Reichman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. What about Friday? Are we going to be meeting Friday?
If you look in the calendar, it says no meeting scheduled.
Right. I saw that, but I just wanted to have you announce that.
Okay. As much as possible, there will not be meetings on Fridays, as long as we can get our work done during the week, just for your planning. We will not have meetings, but if we need to have meetings on Friday mornings, we will. Monday mornings will be off and on, and I will poll the committee members to find out how many are driving in on a Monday morning. I think most of us come on Sunday night, so a Monday morning meeting should not be an issue. But again, the chair will not be having meetings just for the fun of having committee meetings. But if we do have something important to do, believe me, we will meet. With that, I see nothing else. We are adjourned, committee. Thank you for being here.